Woohoo! Whoa, moa! So Christmas and Boxing Day are done, and thought I'd get out for a cheeky sunrise. I'm back home in Sussex. We're going down to one of my favourite places ever, which is Birling Gap. Spent many a sunrise here, and it's a lovely moody morning. Really, really nice. So I'm here with street photographer extraordinaire Tim Jameson. It's over there. Oi Tim! There's no streets over there! What an idiot. So the reason we came is because it's low tide. When it's low tide it reveals this lovely sandy beach, but it has to be low tide, and it means you can come further out and look back to these cliffs, which are just spectacular. So we got here at first light, been shooting some minimal long exposures. It's been way too dark to film, but we're shooting about 30-second exposures, just looking straight out. Used 2 rocks in the beach as the foreground, but yeah, and they're quite arty images, but I do like them. It's a bit lighter now, so I'm shooting on like a 1.5 second exposure, and we're having the waves coming up here, and there's this little inlet, so we get some really nice shapes in the waters heading out the cliffs this way, but we've got this beautiful shape to this cloud here. It's very dramatic, so it's making for some nice shots. So I'm just playing around, trying to judge it for when the waves come in, and I'll show you the best 1 or 2, and then we'll move on and find something else. But yeah, stunning morning. So although it's low tide, it's not super low, just because of the time of the month. So usually you have a bit more sand to play with, and there's a bit more features. It's still very wet on top of the sand, which gives this lovely smooth kind of sheen to it, nice reflections, but there's not much else. So at the moment I'm just focusing on the waves, just because this is where the nicest clouds are, and trying to use an incoming wave as the leading line out to the cloud and the cliffs. And it just takes a bit of patience, because the waves are going to come in and kind of set, so just waiting for the ones to come up high enough to come into the frame, because my feet are already a little bit wet, but I don't want them to be too wet. But it should give some nice symmetry with the clouds, because the clouds are coming straight overhead. Just need to wait for the right one. So I'm shooting on a 1 second exposure, which should give me enough motion blur to get the effect I want, which leaves me at f14. Here we go. And it takes a bit of judgment. As I'm on a 2 second shutter delay, it will just take a little bit of judgment to try and get the wave to come in at the right time. But it makes for some really fun photography. I'm going to give it about 10 more minutes, try and get one in the bag. and I'll show you the best one, and then we'll try and find something else. So I'm not sure I got the best shot. The cloud I was shooting quickly moved off over land. So I'm just walking along the beach and I've got this one little pebble lodged in the sand, and as the waves come over and go out, it leaves this really nice dark trail in the sand. So I've got the camera in portrait orientation, using this pebble as a foreground, almost as a leading line, and out at sea we got this amazing dramatic cloud. So I think it's working quite nicely. The waves are coming in and out, sometimes quite close to the camera, so I'm shooting now about 1/8 of a second. That's a lie. I'm now shooting 0.8 seconds. Getting some nice motion blur in the waves. And a nice dramatic cloud out at sea. Very simple, but effective. I like this kind of photography. So I'm not sure how well this is going to pick up on the GoPro, but we're now getting tones in the high clouds. The clouds are breaking up a little bit, and shortly the sun should be breaching over this cloud bank and we should get some direct sunlight in. It's still moody behind us. I really have no idea what this could look like, but it could be really nice. I don't have a composition lined up. I'm not sure if I'll find a good composition, but oh, we're getting some breaks out here. I'm going to head back this way. This is beautiful. Wow. Getting breaks of light, dark clouds. I'm lost for ideas. Oh, this is just so fucking epic. Okay, the clouds this way are just insane. I need to line up and try and shoot this. The colours at the moment are just unbelievable. So I'm shooting about 0.8 second exposures, f22, and this is about as far as I can push it because I don't have any filters. This incoming cloud bank going to make landfall quite shortly. At the moment we've got the sun coming up. Oh, we're now getting some bigger waves coming in for trails. So we're getting wet feet, don't care. Super minimal. Just some nice wave trails, this unbelievable cloud, soft pastel colours, and a really nice photo. As it comes closer to the cliffs, we'll include the cliffs in the image. At the moment they're not in the composition. Just spectacular. So I think the morning is pretty much done. The better the light certainly disappeared. I'm not sure the time. So about an hour after sunrise now. It's still really nice. We've got these dark kind of foreboding clouds out at sea. Plenty of rain showers knocking around. There's a lot more ambient light now, so I'm going to struggle to drop the shutter speed and get a bit of blur in the water. It's been a very successful morning. I think I've got maybe 2 or 3 images I'm really happy with. But this video will probably be posted in the new year. But I hope everyone had a great Christmas, a great new year, and a great year ahead. As always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully see you in the next one. Peace out.